This is the new BMW M8. You interested? Let's go. The individual color for today is Frozen Marina Bay Blue. Very interesting color, so really stunning. Also a matte nuance, really cool. Then the 8 Series already has a big stance with this huge BMW double kidney here in the M8. It comes with this dark chrome style. And this one here is first of all not only the M8 but also the M8 competition. That means a little bit more horsepower upgrade and some more other subtle changes. And this one here also has the carbon package, which is optional even for the M8, so we can see some carbon fiber nuances here in the front. LED is standard as for the headlamps, and optional, the ones you can see here with the blue accentuations, there's the laser light for 300 meters of high beam range on markets where this one is allowed. The length of the 8 Series Coupé is 4 meters 84, 15 foot 9 or 191 inches, and usually it would also be available with 19-inch wheels. Here the M8 automatically comes with 20-inch wheels, pretty massive as for that. Then again the carbon package here with some accentuations right there. This one here, by the way, it always depends on, is it really real, this outtake, or is it fake? In this case it's fake. It's all closed, so it does not have anything to do with the wheel arch in this respect. Here also with the carbon ceramic brakes with some accentuations in gold. So really, a lot of different small design elements. Here with the carbon package, again, this cover for the side mirrors. And look at that very flat roof profile. That's really amazing with the very strong shoulders. And this color is something very, very special, I really think. There's also this carbon roof in this case, brings down the weight. Yeah, but I mean, it's still a very heavy car. And about the technology, it comes standard with an adaptive M suspension. Here with the M set up even stronger, even stiffer. And then there is all-wheel drive, but here for the M8 exclusively, you can also, like in the BMW M5, you can depick the all-wheel drive and have it rear-wheel drive only via the settings on the interior. Pretty interesting. It also has the so-called integral active steering. That means that you have a special steering input and also that the rear axle steering is active. So slower speeds, it goes in the opposite direction than the front wheels, and higher speeds in the parallel direction to give more stability. Rear differential lock, also standard for this car. And then last but not least, for all the petrol versions, so this one here is obviously also one, there's also an anti-tilt control available, which keeps the car even more upright. In the rear you can see again this horizontal stress of the tail lamps, M8 competition badge, this additional carbon fiber spoiler, here again carbon fiber at the lower part with the diffuser being used with this carbon package, and then the quad exhaust. This is where it really differentiates here the M8 to the normal 8 Series. So the M Performance model of the 8 Series is, already quite spectacular at the rear, but this one of course tops it even further. So what do we have here? A 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo, either with 600 or with 625 horsepower in the competition model. 3.3 seconds is the acceleration figure to 100 kilometers or 62 miles an hour. That's half a second faster than the 850i. So that's what you gain, but you'll of course have an immense extra price for that. Carbon fiber cover here also for the engine. Pretty nice in design. What do you think? You can get different color variations, so it's not always the case in here. This one here with a special bright animal skin. Then the rest of the interior, for example, with the M steering wheel and also the M colors as inside stitches. Unfortunately, they do not offer any alternatives to animal skin at the moment, especially for the sporty version. I would expect some fabric in Alcantara that you get more grip also, for example, on the racetrack. And here the competition model has a special badge, and also carbon fiber has been used here for the chassis in parts of this 8 Series. Well, the interior looks spectacular, but also somewhat caged in, so let's get inside. And one thing about this car is it is indeed pretty large from the exterior, but from the interior you feel like you would be sitting in a Mazda MX-5 or something. So seating is at the lowest position, and I barely fit in here with 1.86 m or 6'1". And also, you know, how you can move to left and right. There is really hardly any space in this vehicle, so from the usage of space, so the so-called package, it's one of the worst cars. Interior overview, the middle console is really very large, still classic climate control right here, M8 competition badge, and then the 10.25-inch screen. That one is standard, luckily. Something is standard with this vehicle, that's good. On the left side, digital instruments are also standard, and you also get a head-up display as standard, so at least when you pay so much money for that. Then you have those special M buttons right there. Here, right side and left. And for example, on the right side, already tells me that I have to press it again, and then the M dynamic mode is active, so there's then less traction, less stability control and so on. But you can also actually set it how it should react depending on your presets. But also very neat to have this one as a red contrast. Then volume knob right here and some hotkeys. You can slide this one here open for cup holders, inductive charging pad and USB, normal USB supply. This shifting lever has a nice M badge together with the contrasting colors, also with nice stitching. And then you can also control the suspension setting here with a separate button and a red start-stop engine button, together with the carbon fiber package here once again. So it is somewhat caging you in. I like the sporty contrast they've added right here for the M8. Also right there again the steering wheel. You have a quite good grip, but you know, this M steering wheel is always thicker at the upper part than is lower. That is to me always a little bit irritating. Or what's your take on that? Shifting pedals, yeah, of course you can use those ones for the automatic gearbox. No manual available whatsoever. And again, as I said, you can also go into a pure rear-wheel drive mode here, exclusive for the true M model. First iteration here for the infotainment system. They're very fast also in responsiveness, and you can also use the voice control. And the digital instruments, again also not properly powered yet at the moment, but nice visualization. And the RPMs will go counterclockwise, by the way. That's pretty peculiar. So can I fit here in the back? Not really, but let's show you anyway. So let's flip it forward, and then it comes automatically a little bit forward. So with two people, no problem. And here, well, let's try. Hardly possible. Whoa. And then the seat, as I would be driving, you have this amount of leg room, so it's not possible at all. Here at the co-driver side, I can't fit. Now the seat is squishing me. Then it goes forward again. And there you can see what's left there, so you can only sit then in the front when you're really tiny, actually. If you drive such a performance vehicle, you might also want to carry some luggage at some point, so it's an electric hatch available. About 400 liters you have left, so that's very narrow as well. And, well, you can actually flip the seats. So that does work, but you have to go around and finish everything. So here we go, like this, and then you can load through some longer things, but again very limited in height. And here you can see how the roofline is being kept very well, almost as with the Coupé when the roof is closed here. So I think this is the major design job they did here for the convertible. Yeah, and about our conclusion for the day with the BMW M8, the 8 Series in general already was very strong and powerful. Clearly a design object, now on an even sportier tone. We have driven the 4.4 liter V8 so far. It was very powerful, but also quite a lot of, fuel consuming. And it was a lot of fun to drive it, and also nice sound. However, the dynamic factors were not really playing, it's not really a true sports car. Therefore, it's just too big and too heavy. Will that be changed with the M8? Really looking forward to that, how that one behaves then, with the stiffer suspension and so on and so on. Interior, it's very good build quality, but again, no alternatives to animal skin. And also the whole building style, you feel caged in, although you are in the big car. So the package, the worst thing about this vehicle, really hardly any practicability. The Grand Coupé would be a little bit better in this case, especially because you have some more rear legroom there. So all of the 8 Series review we will again summarize in the video description and in the pinned comment. And then you can check out the other reviews of those. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and tell me your comments, and also tune in next time.